Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Phay, and welcome to the channel. My dad always told me, don't be in such a hurry to find faults. He was a good man, terrible geologist. Today, we're taking a look at the Guise and Chrono-Ranger team up pack for Freedom 5 from Arcane Wonders and Greater Than Games. So, for those of you that have followed me over on the Discriminating Gamer, you know that I absolutely love the game Freedom 5. Okay, now, this expansion pack, what it's going to do is just going to add 2 more playable characters that are going to go into this game. So, I mean, we already have 4 in the base game. We have this pack right here. So, it's going to give us 6. But how different do these ones play compared to the other ones? All right, well, I'll tell you what. Let's go down to the table. Let me show you what these characters do, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. All right, folks, let's take a look what this pack does. But first off, look at that amazing artwork. Oh my gosh, I love the art in this game. It is so, so good. Okay, let's get that out of the way and let's get this over here. So the first thing we're going to talk about here is we're going to talk about our good old friend Guise. Okay, so if you look at Guise, you're going to notice that he is just 4s across the board on all of his abilities. Okay, no problem there. He's just pretty average, which is actually really, really good. But one of the things you want to notice with him, if you look at his heal and his bum 1, okay, the nice thing is that with him, you can actually ask another hero to discard an ability card, and if they do, you're going to heal all of your damage. So he can actually go in there, take a bunch of damage, and then someone can discard a card and heal him up. Very, very nice. All right. Also on your recover, and you got your monologue. If you have 3 or fewer ability cards, you're going to be able to draw 2 cards for an action. So it's going to get a few more cards into your deck just a little bit faster. Okay, and we'll look at that backside right there. If you want to pause, you can actually read his backstory. We're not going to go over that just now, but let's go ahead and let's take a look at his cards. Let's see what his cards do. Now, the first thing he's got is he's got his regular normal card. Okay, now once per turn, you can choose another hero to draw an ability card, and then you get to draw 2 ability cards. You're going to be able to get more cards in your hand. So he likes to have the other players, manipulate their decks a little bit as well. All right, and then if we look at his backside, his serious guys, every time you suffer damage, you're going to be able to block 1 damage. Okay, so that's going to help prevent him from getting damaged quite so much. Very nice. He's going to do a lot of good stuff. Now let's look at his individual cards. Now his yellow card, you're going to discard 1 other lucky find card to draw a special card. Really, really nice because you have multiple of these in your hand. So if you can get those special cards going, it's really going to help you out a lot. You have your Guise Noir. Okay, you can play anytime you're in the hero mode. All right, you can flip anarchy tokens in your location to purple, which is really nice. You can get the regular colors out, and then when people go deal with them, they can deal with the purple one rather than the individual colors. Okay, but also until the end of the turn, any hero attempting to resolve it's going to add +1 to their dice rolls. So if you can flip it and somebody else can come in that same turn, all right, you're good to go. You're going to get them off a little easier. Your red ones, you're just going to remove all henchmen from your current location. Always good. Okay, and the nice thing to note is this one here, you can do it in either mode. It doesn't matter what mode you're in, whereas this guy here, you have to be in your hero mode. So also in your hero mode, here is an action. You can choose a color. Every hero can take 1 ability card of that color from their discard pile and add it to their hand. This is great if you're going up against a villain and you all are going to go up there and take care of it at the same time. You can get those extra cards in your hand. Now looking at the double cards, all right, you're going to have this extreme. Now, this is really cool because as an action, you can place an anarchy token of your choice in an adjacent location, then remove all the henchmen and deal 1 damage to each villain there. He does that. He likes to get those anarchy tokens in, but he's also going to give you those benefits to help resolve them early, as well later on. Okay, but this is going to do some damage to the villain. Very good to have. Okay, and he's going to have two of those. His yellow and his red are going to do the same thing. Now his blue, which is his Prince of Love, as his action, he can choose a villain in your location, remove all henchmen from their card. So if those henchmen are building up because of the the overruns and whatnot, you're going to get rid of those with this card. Now there's only one in your deck. You have to be in your hero mode, but it helps. And then he also has this total beefcake card. There's only one of them. You can do it in either mode, but play when a hero is in your location and attacks a mastermind or a non-mastermind villain, you can cancel the defense and counter strike, which is really, really cool because any bad stuff's going to happen to you at the end. Isn't going to happen. Okay, and limit once per attack. All right, so that is all of his cards. So that's what he's going to do. Very nice. I really like Guise. Okay, now let's go ahead and take a look at the Chrono-Ranger here. Okay, take a look at that artwork just one more time. Now, one of the things that he's going to do is he is going to be using this marked token. So keep in mind, he has this marked token. Now, if we look at his board, let's do that first. Okay, he's really good at the mind. So he's got 5 there, body and spirit are both 4s, but his tech's going to be a 3+. Okay, a little lower there, not a problem though. But if we look up to here, for his move and hustle, he's got, of course, move up to 2 locations. But his rewind, his heal rewind is really nice because he can heal a damage, reshuffle the deck like normal. But if you have 3 or more damage, you're going to heal 1 damage. So the more he gets damaged, the better it's going to happen. But he has to be in his normal form. And he also has his reload. You can draw 1 ability card. You may exhaust 1 + 1 action token to draw 2 cards. So if you need to get more, you can definitely do that as well. So that's his board. And there you go. If you want to look at that backside, if you want to read that, go ahead and pause on that as well. Okay, so let's take a look at his cards. So in his normal mode, all right, just doing his business. Okay, once per turn, you can move yourself and up to 1 other hero in your location to any location with a villain, anarchy token, or mastermind token. And of course, Guise, he's dropping anarchy tokens, right? Now let's look at his hero side. All right, his Ranger's Mark. So once per turn, you're going to be able to place or move this marked token onto any villain. You're going to roll +2 dice every time you attack your marked target. So you're going to be moving this thing around quite a bit in this game, and it's going to be very helpful. So what can he do? In his hero mode, as an action, he can just remove all the henchmen from your location. All right, we always like that card. Your Dandy Boy, which is your red, okay, play during your hero phase until the end of your turn. When you take an attack action, you may attack enemies in an adjacent location. That is really, really nice because sometimes you just can't get to where you need to go, okay? Your blue one, after you roll an attack on a marked target, you're going to choose any number you roll and add 1 to the dice for that number and limit once per turn. All right, it's a tough card. And remember, these 2 right here, the cool thing about these is you can do these ones in your normal mode. You don't have to be in your superhero mode, and your sudden contract and your superhero mode move to your marked target's location. So you can mark him, and then you can just discard this card, and you can move to his location. Very nice. All right, your temporal grenade. Okay, choose a location or an adjacent one. Flip all anarchy tokens over there to purple. Each hero may place 1 ability card in there from their discard pile on top of their deck. This is nice because it goes great with Guise for putting those anarchy tokens out, and you have 2 of those. And then you have your hunter and hunted. All right, you have 2 of these ones as well, but you can play when your marked target deals damage to you, block all damage, and deal 1 damage to your target. Again, you're moving this marked target around, and this is where you're going to be spending a lot of your time. Very nice. Okay, now, the other thing these do have, of course, they're going to come with their personal tasks cards. All right, but we're not going to go through those. And it's also going to come with both of these right here. I am not going to open these because I don't want to spoil anything from you. You're going to have to figure these out for yourself. So, all right, well, let's go back up top and let me give you my final thoughts. All right, folks, there you go. That is the Guise and Chrono-Ranger expansion pack or team up pack for Freedom 5. And I'll tell you, I really like these 2. I think they work very well together. The cool thing about Guise is he's actually going out there. He's putting anarchy tokens down on the board, but you're going to have the Chrono-Ranger go over there. He can flip them over to purple, so that way anybody else can go and they can deal with those with whatever ability works best for them. Okay, which is very beneficial. Now the nice thing is too is once those tokens actually get flipped over to the purple, if they get removed from the board, they come back off the board as purple. So that's how they're going to basically come back on. So it's really cool that you're getting rid of those different color ones. Now, the other thing I really like, I like the fact that he can actually go to the villains And if that villain starts getting those henchman tokens on him, he's just getting tougher and tougher. But he can mitigate that. He can go over there and he can start working on trying to take care of that and get rid of those tokens. Makes the villains a lot easier to deal with, and he can sit there and he can deal with trying to do some damage to the villains as the game progresses along, as long as he can get adjacent to them and drop those anarchy tokens. Love the way that works. Okay, now the Chrono Ranger is going to come along, and he's actually going to take all those tokens, and he's just going to flip them out of purple. Now, theoretically, I guess, guys, when he puts them down, he can put them down as purple if he wanted to. Kind of his choice. But that's the nice thing. The ones that are originally starting on the board, the Chrono Ranger is going to be able to flip those over. I like the fact that he can actually shoot from an adjacent location. He doesn't have to be in the villain's space in order, or the non-mastermind space in order to take him, to hit him. He can take him out from the different locations, which is actually really nice. He's going to bounce around to those mark locations. Because yeah, where is his Danny boy? Yeah, until the end of the turn, you can make all your attack actions from an adjacent. Absolutely, I love that card. It works really well. I mean, that's one of the things about this game is trying to do stuff from adjacent scenes, so you don't always have to necessarily be in that one space. Because I'll tell you what, I think they did the math very well in this game, because it seems like every time I want to go someplace, I'm always one space short of getting where I want to go. So being able to do that works absolutely great. I absolutely love it. Okay. Now I have played with some of the cards in these two packs right here. I have opened these up and I have looked at them. I'm not going to tell you about them. I like those as well. The progression from these characters is really super cool. It's really neat to watch how they're going to grow and how they're going to change and how they actually interact with the other characters in the game. So when you put these with the main 4 characters from the core main game, absolutely love the way it works. I always have these two as an option to be able to play. So whenever this game is being played, the more characters that you have to choose from, the more different unique abilities you're going to get. So you're going to be able to bounce them off and trigger them off each other. And also, like I said, that Chrono Ranger, this mark token to be able to just, I'm going to mark this guy and now I'm going to move to his location and I'm going to take him out. Very, very cool. They both also have the ability where they can take people with them, which is cool if they're in their space. So a lot of really good synergy between these two characters. This is a really good team up pack. I like the way this one works. They put a lot of thought between these two guys. Always love playing these, and I always will keep these in my main game. Well, thank you once again for joining me today. As always, I please ask you to like this video on YouTube, on Board Game Geek, on Facebook, or even on X. Please leave me a comment on any one of those platforms, and I'll get to those comments just as soon as I can. And also, folks, if you like the videos I do here, if you haven't done so already, I humbly ask you to click on that subscription button and even click on the bell and be notified when I drop new videos. And if you like the videos I do here, folks, I also do videos over on the Discriminating Gamer site. Over there, I'll do some unboxings, some playthroughs, and we'll do some reviews over there. I will leave a link to Cody's channel down in the details below. So did you hear about the group of monkeys that were sharing an Amazon account? They were prime mates.